I helped my daughter abandon her newborn baby. My daughter Kelsey was 19 when she came home from Target and locked herself in the bathroom for an hour. She came out with a positive pregnancy test and wouldn't tell me who the father was. My husband Rick kept asking her what her plan was. After 2 weeks of his questions, she stopped eating dinner with us. At 7 months pregnant, I found her packing a bag at 2 in the morning. She said, "Mom, when I have this baby, I need to leave and I need you to help me." The look on her face made me say yes without asking why. Rick found out and said absolutely not. Said we didn't raise a quitter. Said he'd help raise the kid himself. Kelsey started spending whole days locked in her room after that. Labor started on a Tuesday. Rick was at bowling. I texted him we were heading to the hospital. Kelsey grabbed my arm hard and said don't let him come. Her water had just broken and she was shaking. He showed up anyway. Stood outside her delivery room trying to get in. Kelsey saw him through the door window and started hyperventilating. Her blood pressure spiked. The nurse made him leave. 6 hours later, they put the baby on her chest. She looked down at him and started sobbing, the kind of crying that sounds like something breaking. She turned away and said, "Please take him." The nurse asked if she was sure 3 times. Kelsey wouldn't look at the baby. I stayed overnight in the fold-out chair. At 3 in the morning, she said, "Bring me real clothes tomorrow. We're leaving." I brought sweatpants and a hoodie the next morning. A nurse came in asking about feeding plans. Kelsey said, "I want to talk about adoption." The nurse's face went carefully blank. She got the social worker. Patricia was 60 with reading glasses on a chain. She explained safe haven laws. Kelsey could surrender the baby here with no legal consequences. The state would take custody. Kelsey asked how fast. Patricia said as soon as you sign. Kelsey's hand shook, holding the pen, but she signed. Patricia asked if she wanted to see him one more time. Kelsey said no so fast it sounded automatic. We walked out at 10:30 with no baby. I drove her home because she had nowhere else. Rick's truck was in the driveway. He was waiting in the living room. Asked where the baby was. Kelsey walked straight to her room. I said she gave him up. Rick's face went red. He followed her and started talking through her door about responsibility and family. She didn't answer. He slept on the couch that night. My sister Janet called the next day. Said someone from church told her. Said Kelsey was selfish and I was enabling her. I hung up. Rick's mom came over with a casserole 3 days later. Cried about her great-grandson being in the system. Said Kelsey could still change her mind. Kelsey stared at her hands and didn't eat. My coworker asked if Kelsey kept the baby. I said no. She said, "Well, that's her choice, I guess, but wow." People at church stopped sitting near us. Rick's friends stopped calling. Everyone had opinions about what Kelsey should have done. 3 weeks later, I found Kelsey smoking on the back porch. I didn't know she smoked. I asked if she wanted to talk about why she couldn't keep him. She said, "Whose baby do you think that was?" My stomach dropped. I said, "What?" She said, "Seriously, Mom, whose baby?" Some random guy from work. Then I saw it. How she hadn't let Rick near her in months. How she panicked when he came to the hospital. How she got pregnant right after their fishing trip last year. Just the 2 of them. I'd stayed home with a bad back. I said, "Oh God." She said, "Yeah, since I was 17. After that trip." He said it was because he cared about me. Said you wouldn't understand. I asked why she didn't tell me. She said, "Mom, you're happy now. You smile with him. You didn't smile with Dad. I couldn't take that from you." I filed for divorce that week. Rick said she was lying. Said she was embarrassed about getting pregnant and making up stories. His mom called me hysterical. Said I was destroying our family over lies. Half our friends believed him. Janet stopped speaking to me, but I saw Rick's face when I confronted him. I knew.